Hey everybody, welcome back to Cookie Gaming. Today we're playing some more Slay the Princess. Now last time we really went out fighting until the very end, and we sort of started to figure out what's going on here. Now there's a lot more to uncover, a lot more to explore, but today I think I'm gonna take more of a peaceful approach as a contrast to what we did last time. So let's get right into it.
You're here to slay her.
Am I?
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I think this time we'll take a different course of action. Now, I think what I sort of figured out at the end of last time is we're basically going to be running through different sets of options and decisions. And so I believe, since we sort of reset, that these are the options we went over last time. And so let's just silently continue to the cabin. We'll let the narrator think
make your way up
we're doing what he wants us to
the
do.
Cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Don't worry, hero. Things sort of went wrong last time, so we're taking a different approach this time.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Well, he maybe does. Alright.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table.
Oh.
Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Oh, but this time we will not be taking the blade. Last time we took it, this time we shan't.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Yeah, I'm not sure she would see it that way.
Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Wait a minute. That is already different from what we had last time. Unless I'm totally remembering incorrectly. Last time, she was pretty cold and threatening from the beginning. This is already different.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Huh. Well, I'm so curious to see how things go differently. Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
Oh, this is very different.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be of threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Interesting.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
This is a totally different attitude than last time. This is so strange. I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
Well, last time we slayed her, though it didn't quite go so well. We ended up in endless combat. This time, I think we're gonna take the opposite direction.
No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
Yeah, but if we wanted to get her out, how could we even do that?
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Nope.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
It's interesting because last time we had the knife with us, and the sort of coldly calculating princess we had then, she was like, hey, if you want to get me out, we can, basically, she implied we could just cut her arm off, but we don't have the knife this time. Well, I guess we could fetch it if necessary. I'll go upstairs. Maybe the key is lying around up there. If not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free.
Okay, I'll be here. Good luck.
Dude, the narrator's gonna be so pissed.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut.
Huh?
You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
I'm sorry, what the hell is happening here? Is there someone else up there? Is the world contorting itself around us? What is happening, Mr. Narrator?
Is someone else here?
Hey, let me out of here.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence.
You're enjoying this a bit too much, buddy.
I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
I think I'll be doing what I'd like. You know, we're trying to figure out what the narrator knows, who he is, and what he can do, right? Obviously, he's got some more knowledge than we do. However, last time, when we sort of respawned, I guess, when we continued with our storyline, the narrator did not remember that we had been here before, but we did, and the voice of the hero did. So, in some ways, the narrator seems to know less than us, but in other ways, knows a lot more. So I don't quite know what his deal is. Let's try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Okay. I guess we'll go back down. No knife.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
You might be right.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah, who is they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
Could we?
She barely hesitates before raising her arm
What
to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Ew!
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal.
Oh my god, look at her.
It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here.
What?
But if there's a time to strike, it's now.
Okay, so that was not a person closing the door. It is the world contorting itself around us. Perhaps at the whims of the narrator, perhaps not.
Or we could use it to free her.
Well, I think she's done that herself. She's making, good work on her arm with her damn teeth.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Shut up. No, we're gonna save her, though. What a nefarious choice to make at this point. Now, we'll save her this time. Though, now I'm thinking, I guess you could go through all of these different storylines and just make slightly different decisions as you go. I mean, there's a lot of different branching points here. But we'll save her.
Fine. Against your better judgment,
Bruh.
you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
Dude, that is a crazy image right there. Our scaly hands are chopping her arm off as she sort of placidly looks up at us. Very strange.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp,
Ugh.
and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
Well,
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit.
I will say, I thought this princess was different than the last one, but both of them seemed pretty open, and perhaps some would say eager, to chopping off their own arm.
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground.
Crazy.
How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Okay, how do we do that? Go back to the door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
Okay, what are you gonna do?
As the princess approaches the bottom stair,
No.
her body steps forward and raises the blade.
No, wait a minute, who's in control here?
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
Yeah.
Watch me.
What?
What are you doing?
It's not me. What the hell is this? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I've seen through your tricks, narrator. So what is going on here? The narrator now has the power to puppeteer my body? Who is this narrator character? Let's warn her.
Stop that.
No.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
I mean, I said this last time, but this is very Stanley Parable.
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart.
Oh.
But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect.
Oh, damn.
Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Well, you haven't done so great in the past. Oh, do we have another yet? There we do. Resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
Nope.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
But do we? I mean, it's not, you're right.
She nervously
Oh.
reaches towards you and
Uh-oh.
takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
Uh-oh. I think the princess is gonna slay us.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'll try to be quick.
Oh well.
She
Oh.
plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh, great.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Girl, you're stabbing me.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake.
Alright, relax, bro.
For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
Yeah, I mean, you're telling us this narrative, but we found last time there's a lot more to it than what you're saying. Now, what more is there? I don't quite understand. I mean, we had that scene at the end of last episode with some otherworldly entity of some sort, but there's more here than just, you know, princess escapes, world ends. The world may end, but I'm not quite so sure what is going on.
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
Alright, you're really rubbing it in now.
I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
Yeah, well, like I said, she slayed us this time, and we did not resist. Well, we resisted the nefarious narrator, but we did not resist her killing us.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right?
I think it might, but once it ends, where do we go from there?
Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
For now. Ah, Chapter 2, The Damsel. Okay.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Guys, how many times do you think we're gonna hear that line? That's funny. So once again, we've gone through this before. Oh, you bastard. You're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We just met for the first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Okay. Another voice. Voice of the smitten. Interesting. So we saw last time we got a new voice, and I sort of expected that we went through differently, we'd get different voices. Voice of the smitten. Huh.
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
Four of us. Smitten, Hero, the character, and me? Is that the four of us?
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
Huh.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Oh man, this guy's a real character. Alright, let's proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
There's an interesting mix here of things that we haven't and have heard before. In fact, it makes me wonder if I should explore dialogue I've already done just to hear what other voices have to contribute.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
This voice is so funny, man.
I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
That's right, smitten.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet.
Hey, buddy, could you keep your passions to yourself? You're making everybody a little uncomfortable.
Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
I'm gonna free the damn princess again. Well, I'm gonna try. The last time you took control of my body and got me killed. I mean, I know she killed us, but I don't think she would've if we hadn't suddenly seized the knife. So I'm blaming that one on you, narrator. Let's proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
I almost forgot that, when we did this last time, we came back and the cabin looked very different. This time, it looks pretty well put together, a sort of fantasy-esque castle. The music is giving me that vibe as well, sort of a Rapunzel type situation. The princess is locked unfairly in a tower. We'll see if that's what the vibe is going for, but that's what I'm getting.
The blade is your implement.
Nope.
You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Although, I do wonder... Oh man. God, so many interesting choices to make. I'm not taking the blade, but imagine if I did take the blade and slayed her. What a betrayal. The mirror. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
Just listening to the music.
There's definitely a mirror.
We went over this last time where we saw the mirror, the narrator didn't acknowledge it, didn't seem to see it, and then at the end of everything, the mirror was the only thing left once everything else was gone. So it's got some type of significance.
There isn't. I'm sure the princess would tell us there was a mirror if she were up here.
I'm sure she would.
In which case she'd be lying to you because, again, there isn't a mirror.
Well, that would be an interesting test. We can see it. The narrator can't. I wonder if the princess could. I want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am.
That's a great idea. We have to make sure we're looking our best before we save her.
That's right. I'm gonna go along with Smitten this time.
We shouldn't waste time preening. If he is lying about the mirror, it might be important. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do?
I don't know. But I think it's not that you're lying, but you genuinely can't see it. Or maybe you are lying, I don't know. We'll approach it.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago. And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
A feather? What kind of creature are we? Maybe a bird? I was thinking sort of lizard because we've got scaly arms, but a feather out of place, maybe a bird type creature. We're definitely not human, I'll tell you that much. Well, let's enter the basement without the blade again.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight.
It's so funny. Yeah, this is very like Disney princess. I feel like one of the candles is gonna become Lumiere at any second. I mean, this is a very different vibe.
But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
I don't think so, narrator.
A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far.
Yeah.
You barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
That's so funny. The Smitten, who is absolutely driven by his love and passion, and the hero, look, okay, I want to do the right thing, but this is getting out of control.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
She definitely looks different than last time. Am I making that up? I feel like the dress is different as well.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
Oh, yeah.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
And once again, though the narrator does not remember, the princess does. The princess remembers the first time we met, so both her and we retain those memories because, I mean, judging from what happened last time, we were both part of something much bigger than this. What is it? I don't quite know.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
That's right.
And she called us a hero.
Okay, both of you are getting buttered up now.
Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
Yeah, believe it, buddy. You need to put more faith in us, even though we are completely going against your wishes.
That's right, villain, and you killed us.
Yeah, I mean, you kinda did.
Well, she killed us.
Okay, she did, but, I wouldn't necessarily blame her, We both agreed that it wasn't me. We were probably gonna kill her eventually if she hadn't. So I'd put that one on you, narrator.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
I mean, Smitten's pretty over the top, but, maybe there could have been a different course of action, but can't necessarily blame her for defending herself.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
I mean, you really tried to force us to do it right the first time, and yet we did not.
We damned a whole world, but everything reset.
Now, this again, the question of whether we're sort of resetting to the beginning of the timeline, or if we're jumping from one timeline, one world to another. To me, and from what the narrator says, seems a lot more like the latter. Except, both the princess and I are beings that are somehow surviving in every timeline at once, simultaneously, with memories when we hop from one to the next, whereas the narrator is simply a different version of himself.
Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever, especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
Sigh. Yeah, what happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Okay. But before we started talking, did the world end? Did you end the world?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Huh?
Isn't that just like our darling princess?
Well...
She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips.
I'm not so sure about that answer she gave.
Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
No, I don't want the world to end.
Then I didn't end the world.
Oh, well, great.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself.
So, what I'm getting here, and I got this last time, is that essentially the world is being shaped by our actions, and the form the princess is taking is being shaped by our decisions. Now, pretty obviously there, she's saying, look, I'll do whatever you want, right? Whatever would please you, I will do. And that's a pretty obvious example of that. But even last time, the way we behaved shaped how the princess behaved, right? We locked ourselves into this never-ending combat because we kept going for it. Whereas this princess, our behavior has shaped her to be like this, along with the world around her, the very cabin itself. Though it's clear from our last interaction that the narrator has some control over the world as well, dropping in the knife behind us and puppeteering us, but largely our actions seem to be shaping these different universes, or the world.
Not so sure.
I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
Oh, well, thanks.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
Well, if you remember last time, she straight up bit through her own arm, so she's ready to take just about anything in stride, I would say.
That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do?
Good question. She's definitely part of something more. I mean, we saw that the last princess in the last episode was sort of absorbed into something. I don't know what it was. Some greater being. But I don't know if she's got a narrator in her head, perhaps.
She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
Oh, well, there you go.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
You killed me last time, and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that?
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
Well, I don't know if I wanted you to, but I understand why you did it.
Did we?
We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery,
Wow.
to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone.
That's truly beautiful, Smitten.
She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
Oh, God.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists,
Oh?
and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
Bro, I know you like her hands, okay? But I don't think that's what's gonna happen.
What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
Well, it definitely is, but for this form of the princess, I think it makes sense.
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
Let's rescue her.
No, I can't
Not
let
again.
you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her?
Yeah, that's what you did last time, you bastard.
I would if you had a weapon.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Wow, that's pretty extreme.
You wouldn't.
I think he would.
I would.
Yeah.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He
Yeah.
has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
Yeah, I believe Smitten, alright?
You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings.
No shot.
That shouldn't have worked.
That worked.
I'll be damned. We're doomed.
That really worked, huh? So we really are shaping the world with our perception, choices, understanding of things.
I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
Look at our talons.
I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh.
I'm sure you hate this, narrator.
If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
This is a very good question, because so far, my interactions have ended with me or you dying, or us fighting to the death over all time. Both of us are alive, we're healthy, so I don't quite know what do we do now. What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world?
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
Well, you better figure it out. Do you want to end the world?
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
Ha! That's funny. There are definitely people like that, IRL. People who are extremely skeptical on all the wrong things. Anything that could possibly be the truth, they doubt it. But then the most ridiculous lies and conspiracies you've heard, they buy in. you're orienting your skepticism in entirely the wrong direction. Or you could at least apply it generally and consistently. So that's funny.
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection.
Alright, use that noggin of yours, think something up.
And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Oh, not this. This is the where do you want to eat conversation. I don't know, where do you want to eat? No, where do you want to eat? Well, where do you want to go out? I don't know. I want you to tell me what you want.
I just want to make you happy.
Oh,
She can't just want to make us happy.
I swear she changed there.
It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
There must be something you want.
I just want to make you happy.
The art style is changing, becoming more simplistic. She has got one desire, literally one note. She wants to make us happy, that is it. In some ways, a reflection of our own voice of the smitten, right? All he wants is to make her happy. Sort of similar to what we saw last time, where the princess we got is a reflection of one of our voices, the new voice we acquire.
Is she broken? What's going on?
The, like, dissonant chords in the music.
What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar. Are you starting to trust me now?
I don't know if that's what's going on. But what would make you happy?
I just want to make you happy.
Uh-oh, it's really becoming simplified now.
This isn't right. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right.
It's definitely not right.
I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a big deal.
Let's see. We have some questions here. You have to want something more than just making me happy.
Okay, I'll find
Oh,
something
God.
else to want if that makes you happy.
Oh, it's entirely... well, it looks even more hand-drawn.
Is it just me, or does it
Nope.
feel like we're alone right now? Like we're the only ones here?
Oh, there we go. Not again. She was about to become a stick figure. That was the next step. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
No. She was our perfect match.
Sorry, Smitten.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
No, hero, she was absorbed into something.
And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Here it is, the mirror. Huh. Oh, interesting. Damn, that's kind of cold, man. This is the end for you, but not for me. Look, it's gonna be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Well, you might be right. Not everything, but close to everything.
Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt.
What,
Right?
pluck our feathers? I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you.
Sorry, guys.
She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it.
Well, you're right on that. She will be there. Let's approach. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. You need to see what's in it. You've grown, my achievement says. Oh, and on the screen, you've grown. What the hell does that mean? I'd like to get a full look at our reflection here. You're making me look pretty monstrous, I have to say. You know, I thought maybe I'm just like an eagle or a falcon or something. But this is not nice. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to cabin. Alright, let's approach her.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before.
Yeah, so this entity, pretty vague from the first time we met her. Kind of hard to understand exactly what's happening. Seemed to me to be suggesting last time that what we're getting is sort of the surface level of something much, much deeper. An entity or a being or something that was much more. We're only sort of skimming the surface.
Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Okay. Man, all these questions. Very interesting. Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is a reflecting pool of desire unfulfilled. She will make for a pliant heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
Right, so we ask a couple questions, then we get reset to, I guess, find another vessel. Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Interesting. Yeah, could you give me a straight answer?
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions.
Damn, she said, hey, don't ask then.
The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
This is very interesting. All these questions. When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
Interesting. We're running new paths each time. When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
I would like to know me as well. I'd like to know what exactly you are and what exactly I am. You've been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Why?
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
I mean, I feel like... Well... You may be the only thing I know that isn't me. I've got the voices in my head, but they may be a part of me. The narrator, I don't know. Seems like it might be separate. I'm not quite sure. What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Okay. What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
Oh, that's an interesting question. So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
Hey, that's a lot of responsibility. Though it seems like it's less sort of growing over time and more like uncovering more of herself. I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but they are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them you are a gate to something more, but they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm gonna kill you, right? I don't know if that's true, but I'm curious to see what she says.
There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you. Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover.
That doesn't sound so bad, but I don't even know what this place is that we're in, the long quiet. How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you.
Well, I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am.
Okay, if you could maybe share that with us next time we return, that'd be great.
We will meet again.
Oh my god. Everything goes dark, and you die. Chapter 1. Back to the start.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Alright, let's decide what we want to do differently this time. I'd be interested to run a similar path, but instead of resisting when the narrator tries to get us to kill her, we just do it. See how things could be different. I believe we have a skip to sort of get back to where we were. Yes, okay. A tab button. Let's continue onwards.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin.
Yes. Come on, narrator. We have things to get to.
The interior of the cabin, the blade, is your implement.
I mean, like I said, I think if we've got new voices, it'd be interesting to explore some of the same dialogue, but as it is right now, this is stuff we've seen not only once, but twice, and I'm not gonna have us sit through it every episode. So we'll go without the blade. So same as last time. I'm curious to see how differently things would
The
go.
door to the basement.
Yeah, hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since...
Alright, let's take a look at the chains.
You're only making this more difficult.
Yes. Alright, let's check for the key upstairs.
Okay, I'll be here.
Hey, let me out of here.
Your shouts and pleas. I'll repeat myself.
Goddamn narrator, try the
You
door.
try the door.
Not working? Okay, we'll go back.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs.
Cut. Oh, interesting. Oh, there's so many different choices to make. Oh, wow. So I could get to the point. You know what? Let's slay her here. Would that be different than intending to save her and then being him forcing us to kill her? Oh my. Let's choose to slay her. Yeah, you know what? He's dropped the knife at her feet. We'll go for an about face, a betrayal.
Without hesitation,
Oh.
bring the blade down and plunge it into the
Damn.
princess's back. Finally,
Guys, that felt a little evil.
the wound drives her to the ground. Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
Thank you, hero.
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
She's mad.
The princess pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back.
Oh my god.
Wounded, but still alive, she crouches
Alive?
on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
Guys, how hard can slaying the princess be?
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
Oh my god, she's different again.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us. It's an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to hurt you.
I don't know about that. I've seen her be pretty damn dangerous in the past.
I'm not so sure. Don't waver now. As you ready your blade to deliver a lethal blow,
God.
she lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm.
She's got claws of her own. I thought we were the only ones with talons.
Your blade cuts into her again and again as you're tackled to the ground, your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth and claw.
This is very animalistic.
Forget about trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got.
Seems like every time I actually try to slay her, I have a bad time. She come back fighting. Let's slay her. Well, we'll try at least.
Though your nerves are seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair share of damage as well, your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back.
Okay.
You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees. We can still turn this around.
Oh, that's funny. Can run away. No, let's finish the job. Though, my god. Okay. If each of these... The thing is, I don't know if each of these would actually be a different outcome. I imagine that some of the choices given are false choices. But even if some of these that we're seeing are real choices, and they clearly are, because we've already done several different pathways, there's got to be an incredible number of branching pathways here, right? And there are a lot of different little decisions to make. Wow. Let's finish the job.
You steel your resolve and take another step closer to the princess. You probably won't make it out of here alive.
Oh, great.
You can still make sure that she won't make it out of here.
Is there ever going to be a scenario where I slay her and I live? Because both times I've tried to slay her now, I ended up dying as well.
Excuse me? What's this about not making it out of here alive?
Yeah.
Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone in this room is still standing right now. Don't act so surprised. Can you not feel all those gashes and holes pulling you apart? If the princess doesn't do you in here, blood loss is certain to finish the job. You take another step forward, and the princess lunges towards you. The two of you enter one last exchange, a flurry of blade and claw and fleshy ribbons. And then you stop. Neither you nor princess able to go any further. You collapse on the ground, and the princess collapses beside you. Blood pools around you both, and you watch each other fade away.
Great.
After all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a friend. But you were just another monster, weren't you?
Guys, she's really mad.
Silence as the room starts to get fuzzy around you.
This might be a bad one.
You've paid a terrible price, but you've saved us all. It's over.
Well, that was dark.
If you think this is it, you're sorely mistaken.
Oh, man.
One way or another, I'll make sure you pay for this.
Uh-oh.
But you don't have time to worry over such things.
Well...
Everything goes dark, and you die.
The witch. Uh-oh. That sounds spooky.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Familiar territory, but I'd like to see if we get a new voice again. What do we say this time? But I died. What am I... Oh no, I like this. She's gonna kill me again.
Again? People don't die twice. You haven't even met the princess, and I hardly think she'd be capable of killing someone as skilled and courageous as yourself.
No, she was. She definitely was.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Brilliant. We need to keep our cards close to our chest, and I'm not sure we can trust him.
Voice of the opportunist. Okay. Interesting. So let me think. First time we did in the first episode was voice of the stubborn. I guess because I just kept pushing. Last time was smitten, because we were smitten with her. We did whatever she wanted. Although she did whatever we wanted. And opportunist, I guess because when I was offered the knife, I took the opportunity. Even though I'd been trending in the other direction, when the opportunity presented itself to me, I went for it. Interesting.
You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip of the tongue, bit of the old brain fog. I meant to say that we should probably head over to the cabin and slay that princess. We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on with the show.
You coward. Alright.
A warning before you go.
Yes, she'll lie and cheat and blah blah blah.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
See, and this is where I don't necessarily want to skip everything, because we've got our new voice here with us.
Don't worry. You can trust us to get the job done.
You seem a little flighty, my friend.
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots.
Whoa.
The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happens to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
I mean, this is very witchy.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's the muddy shelf, the blade sitting on the muddy shelf, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
God, imagine the voice of the narrator. How many different variations of the same line he had to record.
There's definitely a mirror. But he says there isn't one. That's got to count for something, right?
No, it doesn't. Yeah. I trust my eyes. Why would he lie? Yeah, what's the point of him lying?
Come on now. He's pretty much in charge here. When have authority figures ever lied about anything? If there were a mirror in this cabin and we were supposed to look at it, he would have told us about it.
Hey, what are you, just sucking up to authority? Well, what's going on here? You're a coward, my friend.
Exactly. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? That you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
Preening once again. Like a bird. I will approach the mirror again.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
I mean, given how important we know the mirror is, now I don't know why it's important, but we know it is, feels like I should approach it each time.
This really isn't funny.
Wipe it.
You reach forward and
Nothing.
rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Yes, very silly of me.
Well, at least we can all agree now that there's nothing to see here. Case closed. Good work, everyone.
Guy's annoying. We'll take the blade this time.
You take the blade from the shelf. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Yeah, I get the feeling I'm gonna have to fight for this one.
Well, if we're grabbing a weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs. She doesn't have to know we have it.
I think she's gonna be ready.
That's not actually a bad idea.
Well, not a bad idea generally, but like I said, I think she'll be ready for us. Let's enter.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair.
Very spooky, folks.
The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw, waiting to swallow you up into the earth.
Hey man, are you trying to scare me? What the hell?
The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Can't wait to hear what she sounds like this time.
Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
Oh man, that's a tone shift. I'm not nasty.
But you are. You're a wretched little thing.
Oh man.
I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
Oh man.
She must have you confused with someone else.
Brother, who else?
She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is.
There's no reasoning with what she is. What does that mean? Oh, that's very interesting. She is fundamentally oriented towards ending the world because of what she is, and what is that? And what is that? You know more than you're letting on. I don't know how much more, but you do.
Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk?
This is just the most annoying guy at the office.
You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine. You're the boss.
This guy's got classic, politician energy. Well, why don't we talk about it before we do something? No, what if we do something instead of talking about it?
Thank you.
No.
You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below.
Even more animalistic, she's literally got a tail. She is now a creature, just like us.
You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
Are you gonna mention that she has a tail, bro?
And there you are. One hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp, sharp blade, no doubt.
I knew it. I knew she'd be ready for us.
That's no fair. How would she know that?
It was pretty obvious.
So, we've dropped the pretenses. Good.
You made a comment back in the woods about having been here before. Now she's acting like the two of you already know each other.
Yeah, we're good pals.
Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you?
Yes, sir.
That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. So, you really don't remember us, do you? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us.
Oh, man.
Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where
Bro.
everyone's happy.
This is...
Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
I mean, of course I'm gonna talk to her. That's because I am a yapper, okay? Not because I'm taking the advice of the opportunist.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Dude, she's snarky this time. Oh, that's funny. I get the sense that you're not happy with me.
Is that a joke? Do you think a joke will charm my trust back?
Uh-oh.
You'll have to try harder than that.
Uh-oh. You scared me, okay? When you started gnawing your arm off, it scared me, so I stabbed you. Things got out of hand.
Things did get out of hand, didn't they? But it's hard to let bygones be bygones when they led to murder. And you started it.
Yeah. Fair enough. Oh, wow. What should I do here? Look, I made a mistake. We all make mistakes, right? I'm sure you've made mistakes.
Ooh, smart. Let's apologize, get us back on the right foot.
The only mistake I ever made was thinking you would help me. And I'm not going to make the same mistake twice.
Well, that leaves us at a stalemate.
But unfortunately, I need you if I'm ever going to leave this place.
Wow. Could we actually work together? That's crazy. Should I do that? I'm just flip-flopping back and forth. This time I came in with the intent of killing her, but maybe we'll help her. Why do I have a nagging feeling you're gonna stab me in the back if I help you out of here?
And why would I do such a thing? Is someone's guilty conscience getting to them?
Look, we've been a real bastard this time, alright?
But I wouldn't worry. As much as I may hate you, letting you live is in my best interests. If you get me out of here, the only thing that will be dead and buried is the bad blood between us.
Oh, that nagging feeling you mentioned is me, by the way. I'm actually a little anxious about a potential backstabbing event.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what's gonna happen, but we made some pretty self-destructive decisions, so maybe we'll go for it.
She needs us to get out of here. We'll be fine if that's what we decide to do. You won't be fine because destruction is in her nature. If she gets out of here, that's it for the world, remember? Even if that's true, that doesn't automatically mean she's going to stab us in the back. I think that depends on your definition of words like stab and in the back. She might not literally do that, but she could very well symbolically do the same thing.
I think she might literally do it.
See? He gets it. There's nothing wrong with looking out for number one.
I could give her the blade. I can leave her here. I can slay her. Don't worry, the blade isn't for you. Or, not for killing you. We've got to get you out somehow, right?
Oh, I don't need you to cut me out.
Sorry, what?
The princess
Oh.
grins as the chains fall from her wrist.
Oh my.
She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest.
Hey, don't you become the smitten as well.
This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
Should we? That's crazy. You know what? Let's leave. Let's leave with her. Okay, let's go.
Yes, let's.
I'm pretty sure she's gonna kill us.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face. She never breaks eye contact, even as the two of you find yourselves face to face. She's silent for a long moment, as if testing to see what you'll do now that she's within arm's reach.
Do I betray her again?
After you, darling.
Oh.
You're the one it lets come and go. It's best if I follow.
We're about to get, like, bonked in the back of the head.
Oh no,
we can't have that. If anyone is going to turn their back on anyone else, she's going to turn her back on us. It shouldn't matter who leads and who follows. We're working together here.
Hero, you're being a little naive right now.
Well, if it doesn't matter, then she can go first. We may be in this together, but that doesn't mean we have to trust her. We're armed and she's not. What's she gonna do? Bite us when we're not looking?
Did you see her last time? Yes.
You're talking a lot about trusting someone who, by her very definition, cannot be trusted. I don't know how many more warnings I have to dole out, but if you help her out of here, you're going to regret it.
I know, but I'm just so curious to see what would happen. You first?
And turn my back on you? Do you think me a fool? Your tricks are one of the only things I've known, and I've learned better by now.
Just go first.
I'm being continually tempted by giving her the blade. You know what? Screw it. I think she's gonna kill us either way. Here you go.
You can't be serious.
What a crazy decision.
Now, hold on. We should put this to a vote. The blade is one of our most valuable assets. We can't just give it to her. What if she uses it to kill us? I vote no.
Just making the worst possible decisions.
As do I. I, abstain?
Oh, yeah?
You abstain. She's going to kill us if we give it to her.
Yeah, but I'm the decision maker here. This isn't a democracy. We're giving her the blade.
You're going to get everyone killed. You know that, right? But of course you do. You hand the blade to the princess, who quickly snatches it from you, her eyes darting between you and the weapon with a nervous curiosity.
She's about to stab us.
I wouldn't have done that. Why did you? What do you think happens now?
That's so funny. Oh my god. Look at these are just considering the situation. This is such a funny response. Look, we're both scared and we're both hurting. If one of us doesn't make a change, we'll probably kill each other forever. Do you want that? I don't. We can be better than this.
Her shoulders tense and her eyes dart away.
This is another trick. You're trying to sow doubt, but it's not going to work on me.
And then she buries the blade in your heart. What? No, come on, that's not right.
As expected.
I told you this is what she was going to do. Glee dances across her face as you fall to the ground.
I did it. I got you.
You did.
The princess seems to tremble, her smile fading quickly, replaced with concern. Her nervous eyes brim with tears.
Oh, wow.
Why? Why did you let me do this?
I don't know.
But you don't have the strength to respond, nor do you have the time. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Now that was an interesting series of events. Where do we go now? The Thorn.
You're on a path in the woods. I can't believe she actually stabbed us.
Bro's still mad. And these woods are looking different.
I told you not to give her the blade. I told you it would come around to bite us. I voted against it.
I mean, you were right. And look, I kind of saw that coming, but I couldn't help myself.
Yeah, we know. You already got your I told you so's in while we were bleeding out.
That's right.
I just wanted to make sure that everyone here knows that I was and am on the right side of that argument. Oh, you're far from being on the right side of anything.
He's back.
You're fixated on the past, whereas what you should be is fixated on the future.
I love it. He's back. So we got him the first time because we just let her go completely freely. This time we let her kill us, and he comes back. I'm sure that's exactly what Smitten would have wanted. And here he is.
Oh, a visionary. I like it. Tell me more.
I mean, Smitten's shaping up being one of my favorites so far.
Gladly, my dear fellow. By cruelly turning on the princess in her moment of vulnerability, we made ourselves an enemy. But by mastering our fear and insecurity and handing over our power, we've begun a journey to something so much deeper.
Wow.
I like journeys. Traveling is a bit of a passion of mine. It makes me so relatable. Now, where are we off to?
You are very swayable, my friend. You're a leaf being blown around in the wind.
Well, if we're lucky, it's a journey to love. She hates us. Does she? She hesitated before stabbing us to death.
Oh, she did actually seem a little conflicted at the end, I have to say.
Maybe she won't be as keen to betray us this time. We've already proven to her that we can change. So maybe she'll realise that things don't have to end in violence.
Alright, guys, we're gonna repair this relationship.
You know, maybe you're right. In which case, I suppose the only thing to do is to get back to the cabin and give it another try. Give what another try exactly? You are aware I've been listening to you, right? It makes no difference if we conspire in the shadows or bear our intentions with open hearts. We are breaking your cruel cycle and whisking her away to freedom. Oh, are you now? Great, so you've obviously been here before, since you apparently died at least once. Twice, actually. Sure. Twice. Then I'll spare you the little introduction I had planned. You already know about the princess, and clearly you already know that she's dangerous. So don't muck this up. It's bad enough that this isn't your first time through.
Yeah, this place is different. Keeps changing. And this is a bigger change. It's not just the cabin that's changed, but the landscape more generally.
Wonderful. If the woods themselves are changing, then that's all the more reason for you to take this seriously. It would mean your grip on things is slipping, which, in turn, likely means her influence is spreading.
Now, what exactly does that mean?
Someone's in the know.
Yeah.
I've already said too much. The more information you have, the more difficult your task will be. Don't listen to her, definitely don't free her, and if you can, don't even think about her.
He says that her influence is spreading, but I feel like this is more about the decisions we're making. Very curious.
You don't have to worry about me. My head's always empty. Except for thoughts of her.
Romantic sigh. You sure seem to be taking the whole looping thing in stride.
What do you want me to say? It's bad that you've been here before. It's bad for you, it's bad for me, and it's especially bad for the world. The more times you run through this, the more likely it is that you'll fail. You've already failed twice. So you knew this could happen.
Yeah, so the narrator doesn't have... He doesn't remember the other timelines like we do. I think he is a different version of himself, perhaps. But he also knows this is a possibility, right? So it's interesting. He's sort of out of the loop in terms of what we're doing step by step. But in terms of the world or the universe we're in or whatever, the situation, he knows a lot more than we do. Though we are picking up more as we go.
Theoretically, sure, I knew this could happen, but I was supposed to be the first. I'd really rather not get into it.
I was supposed to be the first. I'd rather you would get into it.
I don't care about where we came from, and I don't care to discuss the theory of anything.
Yeah.
I yearn only to bring her freedom. I'm here to feel, not to think.
Yeah, you have one interest and that's it.
Then we can all move on, and forget what I said about failure.
I'm remembering.
It's important that you believe in yourself, and the fact you're here probably means that you still have a chance to pull this off and save the world. My world, at least. It sounds like you've probably doomed a couple of others already. I need to stop talking. Think happy thoughts.
You know what? We're gonna free her.
Please don't.
Sorry, Smitten's here. I don't have to follow his directions, because he's so amusing.
You can't stop all of us, you villain. Let's just see how the wind blows. I'm not opposed to saving her, but let's not rule anything out just yet. Let's see what she has to say.
This is more like the voice of the centrist, or the vacillating voice. rather than the opportunist.
Stop sitting on the fence and pick a side already.
Yeah.
We don't need you waffling when things get hairy.
That's right.
I've already picked a side. Our side. I'm here to make sure that whatever happens, we wind up on top. Because that's worked out great so far. Well, we're not out of the game yet, are we? And again, I'll have you know, I wouldn't have gotten us killed last time. I wanted to stab her in the back, not hand over our precious backstabbing implement.
That's right. Well, I'm sort of been freed up to make these bad decisions because I know the game is called Slay the Princess, and we sort of started with that understanding, but it's clear to me there's a lot more here. And so, I'm not that concerned with actually slaying the princess. I just want to see what happens when I make these decisions. Yeah, no matter what happens next, seems like all our answers are in the cabin. Let's see this through.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the base of the cabin. I think it's clear where everyone stands at this point.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I'd say everyone. You talking about me? I have a position. It's a good one, too.
Oh my. This is like Talleyrand in voice form. Always ready to hop ship, jump from one side to the other in order to preserve himself. But he's not doing a great job of it.
Ignore him, he's just talking for talking's sake. My position is the only one that matters. You know what you have to do.
I don't usually listen to you, so not sure how important your position is, really. Alright, let's keep going.
The interior of the cabin is hardly an interior
Holy
at all
shit.
anymore. The burned-out ruins merely suggest the shape of the structure that once stood here, charred wood still reeking of ash. But beneath it lies the fresh smell of spring growth after rain,
Okay.
the promise of new life in the wreckage of the old.
Okay, so I'm getting the sense this is a bit of a metaphor for the journey we've taken to get here. The promise of new life in the wreckage of the old. Okay, I'm picking it up. But this is a really different landscape and cabin.
The only furniture of note is the crisp shell of what was once a table. A pristine... Wait, this isn't right. This is supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade?
And maybe because we gave it away to the princess.
We gave it to her last time. She can't still have it, can she?
I think she might.
Well, it's not here. And if she has it, let me guess, you want to get all chummy with her. Look, as far as I see it, if it's between him and her, I say we side with the one who has the weapon. It's just the smart thing to do.
Okay.
I wouldn't be so hasty. I'm sure the blade will turn up somewhere. She can't have it. That's not how this is supposed to work.
I think she might have it.
If she does have it, that's all the more reason to put our faith in her. We've already shown her our heart. Now she has to show us hers.
Unless her heart tells her to stab us, which doesn't seem unlikely, so yes, I agree. Let's make sure we get on her good side.
Yeah, how do we even get down there? The only thing I see is that mirror.
You're right, the mirror is back. There isn't anywhere for us to go.
That's true. This time there's not even a doorway down, just the mirror.
But there isn't a mirror.
This version is very different.
I still don't get his angle here.
Either way, I say we take a look. It feels like it's been forever since we've actually seen ourselves. For all we know, our feathers are all out of place.
Feathers.
And that's why we haven't yet won her heart. We must put our best face forward.
Best face, or perhaps a beak forward? We've really gotten some heavy bird imagery here. Though, we've never really gotten a look at ourselves. The closest we get is our sort of gnarled hand over a set of glowing eyes, which looks a little nefarious.
Yeah, we can't go around looking disheveled. A real go-getter takes care of his appearance. So, is the door to the basement behind the mirror? I promise you there isn't a mirror, and there isn't a door to the basement. The entrance is more of a burned-out frame than anything else, and it's right there on the far side of the room. Do you really not see it?
We gotta go through the mirror. Don't worry, it always disappears when we approach anyway.
You step forward and approach the scorched entryway leading to the basement, hesitating before you begin the descent.
You know what you have to do. wipe away the grit from the mirror, and behold our handsome features.
I wonder if the mirror disappears because we cannot truly see ourselves, except for when we're in the long quiet.
It went away when we touched it last time.
Mm-hmm. Let's wipe it.
You reach forward and wave your hand through the hollow entrance leading to the basement. You really thought there was a mirror there, didn't you? That can't be good. As if things weren't unpredictable enough.
Alas, our fine features remain unseen. We'll just have to trust that she'll find us beautiful as we are. Well, seems like the only way to go is forward, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yes, that's where everything tends to be. Let's just put on a good face and have our wits about us.
Let's enter.
You step through the frame of scorched wood and make your way into the darkness below. The stairs to the basement are covered in a fine layer of gritty ash. The air still feels warm, as if the fires that ruined this place had only recently been extinguished. Yet fresh shoots of thorny branches are already weaving themselves through the soot-covered earth of the walls around you. Their spines point courteously down towards the basement, so you're able to brush past their jagged points with ease, at least on the way down. But you don't need to think about the way back up just yet. That's a matter for after the world's been saved.
Totally off topic. I think I've only just noticed that the cursor we have is like a little clawed hand, like our talons. Oh, that's funny. That's our pointer finger out. Anyway, sorry, back to the scene.
These thorns are an expression of her pain. I know it. She's calling out for help.
Her voice, worn down by pain and suspicion, hobbles up the stairs.
The writing in this game is very good.
I can't get away from you, can I? We kill each other and you come back. You let me kill you and you come back.
Yeah, so where are we now? Where do we stand?
I don't know why you let me do that. I don't know what you want from me.
I want to figure out a way out of here. For good.
I think you know how this goes. I'm down here and I can't leave. So, come down and talk. It's not like I can stop you.
Alright.
You continue down the basement stairs, brushing past the smooth edges of thorns that grow more and more plentiful as you make your way forward. You step out into what was once a vast open cavern, now overrun by briars and prickles and thistles. The space thick with hostile vegetation.
Jesus, look at her. I mean, she's been a prisoner this whole time, but that's pretty extreme.
At the heart of it all, encased in a tight weave of vines, is the princess. Her bloody, trembling hands clutching a pristine blade.
Did you know this was going to happen to me? Are you here to watch me suffer? Are you here to laugh?
No, I'm really not. Wow. Oh, interesting. You can just leave at this point. I'm not here to laugh. I'm here to free you, if you'll let me.
I want to trust you.
This is a complicated relationship, guys.
Her grip tightens on the blade.
But you're hiding something, aren't you? Why would you help me if you weren't helping yourself?
I think we're both helping each other here. That's true. You're not the only one who yearns for freedom. I'm as trapped as you are. I think we need to leave together. Well, I think, yeah, perhaps we do. And then the world ends around us.
The princess clutches the blade closer to her chest.
That sounds nice. I'm so tired of the bad blood between us. But it's hard to let it go. You've hurt me.
True, and I made the initial betrayal, but you did kill us last time, so, you know, maybe we can chalk it up even.
Her eyes dart away from yours for a brief moment.
And I've also hurt you.
There nothing I can say to change your mind?
I don't know. What can either of us really say at this point? How can we trust something as hollow as words?
That's true. I think we must trust in action.
She's right, there's nothing left to say. So let's get a move on and do something before she comes up with a scheme to get out of here on her own.
We don't need words to send a message. It is through action that we can show her
Yeah.
our adoration, our devotion, our kindness.
Okay, a bit extreme at the end, but it is through action that we will show what we're all about. Then maybe it's past time for either of us to say anything. All that counts is action, and reach for the blade.
You reach towards her bloodied hands, laying your palm on her trembling fingers. For a moment, she clutches it even tighter, her knuckles going white with the effort. But then the tension fades. Her grip finally loosens and she allows you to take the weapon. You carefully pull it free from the thorns, though they scrape at your skin, leaving red trickles of fresh blood all along your arms.
She trusts us. She trusts us. Doesn't that set your heart aflutter?
Alright, relax, buddy. But I'll be honest, this is definitely a more compelling sort of romance timeline than the initial one we got in this video. With the, I'll do whatever you want, what do you want? I mean, there's definitely more here, I'll say that much. There's betrayal. There's some complicated feelings.
Yeah, a little. It could just be nerves. Being this close to her does bring back unpleasant memories, but I don't know, it doesn't feel bad. It feels good. Like we're special to her.
We are special to have gained an ounce of trust from a maiden so guarded. Now all that remains is to free her from her bindings.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's show her how much both of us have changed.
God, well,
Or
I knew he was gonna say that.
we slay her right here.
Dude,
right
that's
now.
evil.
She's never been so helpless, and if we don't take advantage of that, we may never get another chance.
That's evil, man. I knew you were gonna pipe up with something crazy. Look, I mean, I like making bad decisions as much as the next person, but that'd be so messed up. That'd be the ultimate betrayal.
That sounds like a splendid idea. You should listen to him.
I see that the lines have been drawn.
It's 2 against 1. It's 2 against 2. You don't count.
Ha!
And why shouldn't he count? Because he's clearly not one of us.
Yeah,
That doesn't matter. He's been with us the whole time. He should get a say.
I don't know what he is.
So, did you mean it? Or was I a fool to hand my life to you?
I meant it. That's so funny. I just wanted my blade back. No, slay the princess, dude. Maybe we'll do this at some point. But that's evil, man. Let's cut her free. I don't know how meaningful any of these decisions are, in the sense that we're just doing different things, running different timelines, but that's definitely the right thing to do here.
Yes, what a good idea. Let's cut her
Okay,
free.
you...
Oh, so you're suddenly team free her. You can't just switch sides as soon as we make a decision. I can do whatever I want, and I believe with my whole heart that this is the right course of action. Let's free this princess.
You absolute... You are a vacillating, cowardly, weak-minded individual. You fence-sitter. That's all I have to say.
Everyone deserves a chance at redemption. Let him join us and be merry. We are all united by our passion.
Of course, Smitten's just ready to go.
That's right. What he said. We've already given him a chance at redemption. And who says I don't deserve another? I really mean it this time. I'm big enough to admit when I'm wrong. So I want to help you all free her.
Yeah, alright.
And I have no problem with that. Welcome to the team. You're one of us now. One of the good guys.
One of the good guys.
You take the blade to the thorny vines imprisoning the princess, and she flinches, relaxing only slightly as the blade slices into the thick vegetation rather than her arm. And she flinches again as the last of the vines is cut away, as if, after all of that, she's still expecting you to turn on her and stab her in the heart. But you're not going to do that, are you? Still, all it would take is a single slip of the blade.
Don't take control of us again, buddy.
Such a pathetic attempt at distraction and subterfuge. Our blade is a dashing sword, and every dashing sword is an extension of its hero. It won't slip.
I wonder if the sort of extent of your drive or passion alters how much you can impact the world. Because Smitten seems to have a big impact when he's here. As in, it seems to me that the narrator really struggles to control us when Smitten's here. Now, maybe I'm about to be proven wrong, but Smitten, I think just due to, I don't know, the extent of his passion or his feeling or whatever, he's got a big influence.
You're right. He can't even make it slip, can he? He's a bit of a nobody. Good thing I've been on your side of all this since the beginning.
Don't speak too soon, man. He's done it before. Well, he tried before.
The princess falls into your arms, tears streaking down her cheeks. I can't believe you're making me describe this. I hate you.
He's mad.
You actually meant it. You rescued me.
That's right.
Do you see the way she's looking at us? Kiss her. Kiss her now before the moment ends.
Oh, man. Alright. I mean, like I said, I think this is frankly a more compelling romance than the one we had previously.
Can we actually do that? No, you can't. Absolutely not.
Hey, come on now.
You know as well as I do that we can.
I'm telling you, the Smith, he's got things under control, man.
And we wouldn't want to throw away a chance for a special moment, now would we? If I were only capable of throwing myself off a bridge.
Well, are you going to describe our steamy, romantic kiss?
Oh, man.
You lean in and you kiss her. And she reciprocates enthusiastically. You kiss. It's done. Are you happy now?
This is so funny.
Come on now, this is the big moment. You can do better than that.
Yeah, come on, narrator. Get those, start writing your fan fiction.
Ugh, fine.
You and the princess lock eyes and stare deep into each other's souls with all the roaring emotion that comes from letting what once was hatred turn into pure, unbridled passion.
He really doesn't want to do this, and yet he has to.
Are you making fun of us? And then each of you close your eyes and kiss. Words can describe neither the nuclear fire nor the oceanic depth of your connection. Please. I think he actually likes romance.
I think he hates it.
If history itself were not about to end, historians would document this moment for the rest of time. Musicians would write era-defining ballads, and great artists would expend entire lifetimes trying to merely capture the spark you hold right now. He's making fun of us.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't matter either way, because this is good stuff.
I'm aware of my skills.
Okay.
Unfortunately for you, the moment doesn't last forever. You open your eyes, the princess smiles gently up at you. Time for you to damn the whole world to oblivion, I suppose.
I guess so.
That was nice.
Her hand slips into yours, and the two of you rush to the basement stairs.
Wow.
Shameful, really, that the same thorns that so graciously allowed you downstairs
Hey.
are now blocking your only way out.
What sort of scheme are you trying to pull now, narrator?
Please, after all the trials we've been through, do you really think a few measly thorns can stop us? Love is an even more powerful weapon than our blade.
That's right, dude. The Smitten, he can get through anything.
We cut through those other vines just fine. They're only thorns. I'm not afraid of getting a few scrapes. I'm not even sure we need to do any cutting. We can just move them out of the way. What a pathetic showing, really.
Wow, dude, the narrator, we're really piling on in this one. He is having a bad time.
A few pointy sticks can't keep us down here. We're both meant for so much more than this.
Hey, I mean, that's true. Step into the thorns.
As you step into the thorns covering the basement stairs, they yield.
Oh my god.
Both you and the princess
Wow.
ascend the stairs without obstacle. This is unacceptable. The second you step out of this cabin with her, the world ends. Do you hear me? What did the world ever do to you to deserve this?
The thing is, it seems like each time we do this, the world ends, something ends, but I don't know the significance of that. You know what I mean? As far as I can tell, there's no one else in this world. It's only us, her, and you, narrator. So, I don't know.
Your nightmare is our dream. Whatever world would condemn star-crossed lovers like us to a cycle of violence and despair isn't a world worth saving. We'll weave something new together. Something better.
You and the princess hesitate at the cabin door. This is your last chance.
We're going.
We've already made our decision.
We're finally leaving here together, aren't we? And all we had to do was trust each other. It wasn't easy, but I'm glad we finally could.
Step into your freedom, which will also, I imagine, be our end.
Hands clasped, the two of you open the door and step out into a new day, you irredeemable murderers.
Oh, get over yourself.
What do we do now?
Ooh, yeah, so this is the bad part.
Where's everything going?
Ooh.
Why is it so cold?
Oh, God. Oh, that was sort of a tough one. And as usual, it all ends in that moment. You do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go?
Ooh.
Should we try and find her?
Yeah, I hate to say it, guys, but it's all over.
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
It'll be okay.
It feels so bad. Like looking into... Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see.
Yeah.
If they think it's bad, I'm with them.
I've seen some of this before. Oh, interesting. So, that's the... I've been pressing tab as the skip button, but that is the other version of it, and when it's grayed out, it means it's something we haven't seen before. That's sort of useful. Don't worry, I'll see you on the other side.
Okay. She'll be there waiting.
Yeah.
Finally. We're going places.
I'm going places. But I will see you guys again, as I always do. You approach the mirror. Mirror always makes him leave. Oh, you've withered? What the hell? What does that mean? Sounds bad. We're back. We're back, folks.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again.
There is no place I can put my camera that won't cover some text at some time. But I think the current spot's alright generally.
All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
What does that mean? Contradictions absolutely do exist. How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
We have an equivalence here where you're expanding the depths of your being through all these princesses I'm bringing in, and I am expanding the depths of mine through the voices I am discovering. I'll say this, but it's not true. You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
A little confusing. Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Interesting. Very interesting. Doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
No, but I don't actually know what you are. Huh. Not really. Seems pretty distant as soon as I'm near you.
It does seem small from here, and the more we journey, the smaller each of those steps will be. But that doesn't make any of them less special.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one yearns for connection she feels she doesn't deserve.
Wow.
Even when shown compassion, she hid herself away. She will make for a cautious heart.
That was a compelling princess questline, whatever you call it, story.
Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore.
I don't know what she is now. I don't know about that. Have you figured out what you want when we're finished?
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
How many more vessels?
We will know when we near our destination.
Alright. I'm ready.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Oh my god. That always shocks me a little bit. Back to the beginning. So you know what? There were some
You're on a
interesting
path in the
stories.
woods, and at the end
Yeah,
of
yeah,
that
shut up,
path
narrator.
is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Always a good time to save. Well, that was an interesting one. That was, in some ways, a sort of romance-themed episode. I didn't intend it to end up that way, and we did the first one. I did not think that one we just completed would go that direction, but it did. So that's some interesting stuff. Wow. Yeah, that was a good one. Very fascinating. I feel we're moving towards some type of conclusion or understanding, but I still don't know what it is, you know? What this world or these worlds are, who we are, who she is, what is the narrator. I mean, there's been more added on, but still a lot missing. So some really interesting stuff. I really enjoyed this one. I hope you guys did. If you did, you can leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. With that, hope you're all having a fantastic day today, and I will see you all again next time. Goodbye.